Hi, I'm Maria Teruel with Xybix Systems, and I'm the Mid-Atlantic Territory Manager. We're here at James City County, and I'm going to give you guys a tour of their refresh. One of the important things to the agency when we were looking at the redesign was making sure that we opened up the space and had physical distancing of at least 6 feet between the dispatchers. So you can look down this row here and see that we've completely opened up the center of the room, as well as make sure that we've got additional space in between each of the dispatchers. Another request from the agency was that we provide a lot of counter space for them so that they could spread out. So one of the things that we did was provide these peninsulas between each of the dispatchers. A challenge that we had with that, as you can see, is that there are 2 very large columns in the room that are here for structural support. So our design and engineer team had to get really creative, and the way that we did that was by providing a custom countertop that fit exactly perfectly around the columns themselves. So not only were we able to achieve that layout, but we could still provide usable functional counter space for them. In addition to creating physical distance, there was also a request for making physical barriers to increase the health and safety of the dispatchers. And one of the main solutions that we provided is this plexiguard system. This is a temporary setup where they can set this up on any counter space, and if they want to change it out or if they want to remove it, all they have to do is disassemble the unit. They're able to keep themselves clean and protected from different allergens or pollens that might be floating around in the space while they're also physically distanced. And in a way that we wanted to also make sure that we made everything functional was, in addition to this peninsula being counter space for them, we've also got this great storage here. So they were still able to keep their manuals and any of their supplies close to them, but also tucked away in a neat dedicated spot. One of the ways that we were able to keep the room feeling open was by utilizing these straight or linear consoles. So as you can see, we've got this nice long desk here that helped expand the space. It also gives the dispatchers enough room to sit 2 people here at the same time without feeling crowded. In the center of the room, they wanted to provide a kind of central space where they could still have usable storage, as well as a countertop. If they wanted a communal space, maybe they're taking a break or they want to eat, but they don't want to sit at the console to eat their food. So what we provided was this custom solution, which still has this rotating resource guide, or some people call it a lazy Susan, so they can still keep all of their supplies and their books here, easy to reach between the 2 lines of dispatchers, and still have this counter space as well so that they can come and sit here whenever they need a break. In order to maximize this space, we still had to figure out where we could put their computers. So something that we provided were these side-by-side computer cabinets. So they're on the back of the console, which allows the tech people to still work on this without actually disturbing the dispatcher or having to completely shut down this position if they need to get into it. So what happens is we've got these double doors here that open up kind of like French door style. You can see that the doors have active fans and vents that are constantly pulling air outside of the computer cabinet. This makes sure that your computers stay nice and cool because they do create quite a lot of heat. And inside of the cabinet here, we've got 2 shelves so that they can stack and use as much space without taking up usable walkway real estate. And we've also got this automatic light that turns on whenever your techs do go inside of the cabinet so that they can have enough light to see what they're working on. Another unique aspect of doing this agency was that they have a separate room dedicated to training. What was neat about this space is that even though it's much smaller, we were able to replicate exactly what they have on the dispatch floor so that the dispatchers that come in here have the same simulation and feel as they do in the primary space. Thank you for taking the time to see this space at James City County. My name is Maria Teruel, and if you have any questions about Xybix or any of the products that we talked about today, feel free to reach out to me or anyone at Xybix. We're happy to help.